Oh yeah, it's a cold one. It's 22 freaking degrees with a little wind, and that's a sharp 22 degrees. That was 22 degrees the other day. Felt like a heat wave. Had to finish up with something at the old shop, and we had to take stuff off another tool to get him the blades that went with what he bought, and my goodness, can't hardly feel my hands yet. Got the heat on high and I cannot get warmed up. So it's a cold one, really cold. But the guy come from west of here about a half hour, said they got about an inch of snow on the ground over there. I'm like, good, you can keep it. But all right, just had somebody pull in here, so I'll be back. Alright, that was the neighbor kid. He'd come out and do some target shooting with his target he's got. Well, that's a tough choice to make, but now gets warm, might do that outside, but right now, hold the green 96 in at the GMC in here. I'm looking at this like, oh really? I want to pull the plugs too and check because it's missing. There's no water in the oil, but it's missing. So I don't know how far, if I'll stop at the intake or if I'll end up pulling the heads and maybe having the heads checked out and cleaned and just see. It's like, really? So I guess no better time than the present. Time to get started on this thing. So I guess I've been kicking around the idea, if it's too bad, that might end up in this truck. I don't know. Some of you are probably like, well, you got a whole new motor there. Why don't you just go ahead and put it in? Fix this one later. Well, for what I'm trying to sell this truck, I don't want to wrap too much money in it. So I guess this will be the 4th truck I've tore apart like this, I think. No, hell no. Shit. I've done those years ago. Yeah, I've done a few of these trucks. Should almost have them. It's kind of funny, I'm becoming a truck man working on this when I used to work on the Monte Carlos, Malibus, and Grand Prix and all that. Mostly, so. I guess it's time to shut up and get to work, huh? So, I guess start finding places to put stuff and get at her. Okay, that makes a big hole, and you get the air box and all that big plastic out of there. Going through, unhooking all the plugs. And note to self, and I've been pretty lax in this, and I'm surprised somebody hasn't said nothing in my videos. When you're working on something like this, always disconnect your battery. Because what happened to a group of kids back when I went to school, they were working on an instructor's Cadillac. And the school policy was if the car wasn't done, it didn't stay inside overnight. It had to sit outside. That's why they kept always preaching, unhook the batteries. Well, these kids were doing a carburetor job on the Cadillac. Well, somebody that was supposed to tell the teacher that it wasn't done didn't get the message to him in time, or was on their way to tell him. Well, he seen his car sitting outside, so he just took it for granted that it was done. So he hopped in, fired it up to see how she'd run, and he said it started up, ran fine for a few seconds, and then woof! The carburetor was off. Fuel line was still hooked up. It dumped all that gas down in there, and until it flooded out because too much gas and backfired. Yeah, ended up burning up the Cadillac there in the school parking lot. So I guess, safety note, if you get anything out of this, unhook your battery so nobody jumps in and tries to start it. This ain't so bad, but it's bad enough because I'll be messing with the alternator wires here in a little bit. Because I don't know where I'm going to stop. It's got a mess, and like I said, there's no water in the motor, inside the motor, but it's got a mess. And I'm really questioning the head gaskets, and I'm like, well, I'm that far into it, the head gaskets ain't much more, and I guess this way I can see what the I guess if I do that, then I'll know what the cylinders look like, and I can go from there. So anyway, I just got to sit down and take a break. I just have no energy today. Hate being out here by myself. It's one of those days, guys. Just one of those days. And I guess I'll get my clutch fan tool. I hear it now. Why are you going to take the clutch fan out? Well, I want to get the rest of the plastic shroud out so I can get to the drain cock on the radiator and get the radiator drained out. Because I really don't want to throw the oil away out of this motor unless I have to. I mean, it has 0 time on it. Maybe all of 6 minutes. So I'm just not feeling it, but it's one of those things you got to keep going. Like I said, I want to sell something. You can't sell it too well if it runs. And one of the deals I thought I had on the truck, the guy said he was in Webster County, never thought nothing of it, seen the snow on his truck. He goes, hey, he got a hold of me yesterday. You still got the truck? I said, yeah, because the other guy evidently is backed out now. And I said, yeah, I still got the truck. He said, can you get me some inside pictures? And he said, well, where are you? And I told him where I was. And he goes, well, where's that? So I told him another town that's close. And he comes back and goes, holy crap, that's far. I'm like thinking, you said you were in Webster City, Webster County. Yeah, I said, well, where are you? Webster County, Kentucky. Not Iowa, Kentucky. Oh, well, shit. Yeah. I said, now that explains why the truck I was looking at, because he had a 2-wheel drive version that he wanted to trade, and that explains why the 2-wheel drive was so damn nice for 94, no rust in it. So I'm like, oh, well, that's a little bit of ground between us, huh? He's like, yeah, sorry. I would have road tripped, but I had an idea with that 2-wheel drive, but yeah, didn't get her. Don't think I'll be getting it. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking again and sit down and take a break here. Wife cracked my back last night. That's better, but my knees just keep want to fold out from under me today. It just. Anyway, all right. Okay, I got the clutch fan out, battery out. Thing with those clutch fans too, don't ever lay them down and screws with the oil in them. But here's my homemade tool here to take the belt off. There, come on. So, take the belt off. That battery's out. Now the AC out of the way. Hopefully. Here. Just get that back over there out of the way. Oh. How long do you guys want to go with me? Let's see. I do have to. I wanted to get the intake by there. Shit. Crap, by the time I'm done getting to the intake, almost be just simple to pull the damn motor. I gotta quit thinking that way. This is a good motor, it just needs gasket repair, and I should have realized that too a long time ago, because poor thing sat so long. So I want a good seal on those things there, but I don't give up. There, that's better, because I got a long vacuum line that goes clear over here to charcoal canister. So there's that. I do that wire there, and then those can go back. I'm trying to think where the heck I put my tips in the unit for this motor. I gotta have more parts around here somewhere. I'm just not finding. So there's that. Oh boy. If it was easy, everybody'd want to do it. I just bit my tongue. Ouch. All right. Oh. Reminds me, okay. Got a couple of bolts lined up now. Ah! Where they were. Well, then again, this is an older truck. I'll have to look at the other ones. Oh, we may not have it. Again, I'm just kind of going, if I could get that one. This one. Yes. I can take this alternator assembly off. Okay. Pull out. Got the radiator. Okay. Might not have to undo all the up there after all. use my head. There. Now, I can take the alternator assembly off and, oops, drop it on my fender, damn it. Oh! That's not pretty. That's not pretty at all. No. Let's see, get you guys here. See what you guys are seeing. I don't think it's a head gasket, I hope. But look at there, the gasket's washed clean. Looks like it's been leaking for a while. Okay, well, oh guys, have to see. I don't know. I know some of these trucks have had an issue with misses and yeah, the phone going off here. All right. Tickle nap on you guys. Let's see, I've got all the bolts out of the upper intake, so it's a matter of getting off the spider. Just like that. Those fuel lines get disconnected with the paint, am I? Yes. Well, not too bad up under there, but boy, does that smell gassy. Holy crap, is that gassy up under there. Lots of gas. Let's see. What do we got here? Interesting. Very interesting. That's really interesting. Back of the intake is washed clean. You know, I've been questioning about smelling gas when I started this thing, but yeah, that's pretty much washed clean. I wouldn't say that's a good sign. That's kind of strange that that's clean. Well, and the heater hose fitting here just broke off on me too. I just barely leaned on it and that's snapped off now, so that's a wonderful thing to dig out of the intake. That shouldn't be too bad, but I'm kind of wondering about the spider here. So, alright, I'll get that out and see if we got a broke line, or see where I can see where the spider's washed clean. Spider's washed clean, that means $250 right there for a new one. It might take care of my gas, and that'd probably be the miss issue, and yeah, I'll get that out of there and see what we got. And I guess what you do is you just squeeze and pull. See? Just like that. So, alright, be back. Okay, anybody see anything wrong with this? Anybody? See anything wrong? See all that dirt there? Take notice where the gasket is and how loose it is and dry it is. Do you see anything wrong with that? Okay, if you don't see anything wrong with that, check this out. Now let's see where we see all the dirt there. Yeah, see all that dirt right there, all the way around that. It's been sucking air around the spider injection all this time. Somebody evidently worked on it and did not get it back together right. Wonderful. So anyway, I'm about ready to lose my britches. I'll be back. Alright. I've been looking around for my antifreeze catch pan. Guess what? It can't be found. Oh, guess what? Go to talk to you guys and I find it. So that's where I'm at now. Just start dropping the antifreeze out of this. Controlled sit catch. I had to take my glasses off. I couldn't see. I don't know what the hell that was about, but I just could not see. So yeah, now I got to figure out if something was wrong with that spider, why it's all wet back there. Fuel pressure regulator on there looks okay, but that gasket down inside there wasn't even sealing that off, so hopefully I haven't, well, that would create a vacuum leak. So hopefully I haven't burnt the valves in the damn thing. So I don't know. The upper intakes weren't so damn expensive. I'd get one for this, get one for that, and this is starting to cost a little more than what I thought. That new motor might end up in here yet. That's just, oh man. Oh, this upper intake ain't too bad. It actually looks pretty good on the inside. Now see the intake that was on that motor? Full of carbon. I mean bad with carbon. And that's gasoline. That's gas on that thing. I know you can replace those individual injectors, but shit, they're 70 bucks a piece. So you take 70 times 8, don't figure out it's cheaper to buy the whole new unit. Now I found my catch pan. I just have no energy. I took a nap on us. Just having trouble seeing the day. I don't know what's going on. Actually, kind of distant wise, it's fuzzy, but up close wise, my glasses are just not helping. I had to take them off. I mean, I could see. Yeah, I gotta get the distributor cap off so I can see where the distributor's pointing, so I can get that close. Well, there's a $65 bill to have this thing retimed to now. Shit. 65, another. Yeah, well, it's gonna be all of. Well, if I have to get that too. Now I see why they get $1,400 to change out these intake gaskets. It's time consuming, it's pain, and the stupid fuel lines they got on these, oh, they're nice design, but oh yeah, pain in the ass. Anyway, I want to shut up, quit talking. Just yesterday I was go, 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 go. Today I was just like, I'm asleep, so I don't know. So I get the intake off and that'll determine on if I can go on into the heads. I'm sitting here thinking how I could get all the antifreeze out of the motor without having mess all over the place. At the same time, like I said, I got a new motor sitting right there. What to do? What to do? Alright. I got it. Well, I don't know what's going on here, but I just turned this motor over by hand and it gurgled when so one cylinder's got water in it. Or a cylinder or something that's got water in it. So I guess I'll be pulling the heads on this and see what the hell's going on. I was like, really? So, yeah, wonderful. So I guess I'm going to get back there, get the cap off the distributor so I can see where that's pointing, so I can roughly get it back in place when I go together. I got it turned up. I don't know what the hell happened to this truck. So, alright, well, we'll keep turning into it and find out what happened, I guess. Okay, what do you guys see? Okay. Well, we're down taking out the intake bolts. Distributor's out, valve cover's off. So, and, oh yeah, that's right. Yep, I gotta undo the power steering. Let's see. And I'm just gonna plan on changing oil, I guess. Not much you can do about it. Not much you can do about it. That one was loose. So was that one. Okay. Shoot. I got to loosen this power steering bracket to get the one bolt. I think. Let's see. Yeah, that's okay. Note to self. Yeah. Take the damn power steering pump loose and go in order to get to that last intake bolt. So I'll clean up that mess and get that broke loose. Okay, all 8 intake bolts are out. Okay. Now, didn't spill too much. Woo! Smell the gas though. Yep, this is already had Felpro gaskets put in it. A good set too. What the so? See how it's oil? Oh, that's good. See how it's oil wet there and there on both sides? See how that's nice and dry? Both sides? That's what this should have been. So I got a feeling somebody put a warped intake back on it. Yeah, the Felpro $9,800. Now we'll get it outside and still got a little liquid in it. It really got me one. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to do that to you. Alright, where'd I go with my light? Things make you go, It's, boy, that just... Some of them just don't look right here. It's awful wet. Right here, number one, that's all gas. That's a little drier, not bad, but yeah, that's wet, really wet. Yeah. I'm going to get my shop vac up in here, vac up the dirt and that, and wash down what I can, and clean off what I can. So if I geez, boy, that's just gas, and then all this back here is lots of gas smell. And according to the push rods, it almost looks like somebody's been in here. I don't know. Well, that... Yeah. Alright, I want to suck up this dirt before I get it in the motor, so... Alright. Well, made the executive decision. We're going to go ahead and pull the heads. Number one, see what you guys are seeing here. Number one, look at that. That is, and it's like oily. Number one's bad. I've got white plugs, I've got gray plugs. It's just like nothing's running right, so. And like I said, if this motor's junk, I guess we got a new motor sitting right there. That's just, I'm not going to sell anybody a piece of shit. That'd be really torqued if I bought something and then all of a sudden I had to go put a motor in it because previous one didn't hold up. So we're going to tear apart. So I guess this way is. I guess this way I know it's good. I ain't got to worry about anybody coming back on here. You sold this a bum truck. No, I didn't. Okay, that one there gets you put on. Do that one the old-fashioned way. Not looking forward to working over a fender here. And I get the heads off, I might find out I got other problems, and we'll just be pulling the damn thing and putting a new motor in it. It's that simple. I mean, everything happens for a reason. Now I've been sitting here having a little talk, trying to decide. I looked at the intake gaskets. And I really don't understand why the intake gaskets were dumping water. The intake don't appear to be bent or warped, but that wasn't the best checking I done on that. What am I looking for? Looking for something to put parts in. And I love these coffee cans. My buddy brought me some more. They're real handy. You don't leak oil. I can hear now, oh, you're not keeping it in the motor? Nope. All the years I've worked on motors, I ain't ever done that. Okay, there he is. So, now fine, I'll get you. So, that wasn't what I wanted to do. One under the truck, one under the head. So I'm going to start with the passenger side. Of course, easy head first. So I don't know if I had a spider fail and washed down all my cylinders or what, but it's just really, really gassy in here. Really? Alright, well, I'm done to the exhaust. I'll probably bring you back when I pop the head off. So I got the spark plugs out, all that shit off. And hopefully I can get enough room with the exhaust hooked up. The nuts should come off because I had to take that Y pipe loose when I put the tranny in here, so. Alright, well, we'll be back when get the head off and see what we got inside the motor. Alright, well, as you can see now, one head's off and the other head is ready to come off. Nothing back there. So, used to be able to stick right there in the center, but just pick a passage and yeah, I got a big mess on the floor. Okay, number one is the wet cylinder. And I don't see why it's so wet. Actually, well, nothing's washed clean. The head gasket in this thing. Oh yeah. Let's see what it was time for head gaskets. Let's see what you guys see. Am I zoomed in? Nope, no, alright. See that? It's bulging. That one's bulging. So I didn't find any score marks in the cylinder like I did with the old truck. All that is going to suck is standing on my freaking head to clean this thing. And I mean, I've seen worse. I mean, I'm just going to have to wash her up. We're going to have to waste the oil. But, yep, I will take these heads in. And I want to spray down the cylinders that got antifreeze in them. And we're going to... I don't have any score marks like I had last time. In my truck that had 315,000. That had issues. So, yeah. Anyway, I guess that's going to be enough for today. This bear is shot. I mean, the head, oops, I got so much antifreeze all over the water. But this one is, there's number one. Look how wet that looks. Everybody else looks pretty good, so. Oh, when I undid the passenger side, there was 2 loose bolts. So, yeah. It was just a matter of time before something drastic happened with this, so. Yep, I'll get these stripped down and cleaned up. And because if I would have seen score marks in the cylinder, that new motor would have gone in here. But if it's just going to be the heads and intake and gaskets, I'm putting this one back together because it's only got 180-some thousand miles on the motor. And well, it looks better shape than what I thought I was going to find. I was really wondering. But now seeing how those head gaskets are looking and that, I am really glad I went ahead and pulled this apart. So, which means that motor there could still be up for sale. I catch my breath. So anyway, so yeah, I gotta do a little researching because everything smells like gas. I mean, it's like the heads have been soaked in gas. It smells gas in the. But when you pulled the dipstick, it didn't smell like gas. So I don't know what the. If I got a bad spider set up, I hope not, because I just looked that up. That's like $232 for stock replacement. I ain't doing any race stuff with this, and but like I said, those little injectors are $70 a piece. But I don't know if it's an injector problem or if that body's let loose or why that intake was washed so clean inside. And I tried checking it for straightness. I mean, that's what don't make sense to me. It all of a sudden started, after I gunned it a couple of times, it started pushing antifreeze. Well, I should say these heads look okay. I haven't looked that close because the one set of heads I thought was good. This bolt hole right here in the middle, we got them in the sunlight before we got them in the shop. Pass it up, just put them back in the truck. The guy goes, why? I says, I can see that's broke. They were split right up in that bolt hole there. So he goes, oh yeah, they're junk. So yeah, it still had one factory gasket in it. So, but yeah, the passenger side had 2 loose head bolts. And I sat here for quite a while hee-hawing around whether to do that or just plan on putting the new motor in, or. But when I pulled the plugs and seen number 1 was just soaked with stuff, so, and it seemed oily, and now I see the head's wet. I guess I might have to change the, well, I'll change the seals and that. So anyway, I'm a busted ass. I hate leaning over stuff to work on it, but I don't really want to throw a good motor away. I mean, it's got good oil pressure. It ran good. Just up until it decided to dump the antifreeze. So, well, stay tuned. I guess I'll get this stripped down, and I guess maybe tomorrow I'll work on getting all that cleaned up and blowed out and dried up and prepped and wash all that shit down in the oil. And so when I drain the oil, it's all suspended, and because with cool oil, all the particles should sit on top. If not, I'm going to run some diesel or something through the pan a couple of times to wash it out, and call her good. So I got a half day's cleaning on that, which just kind of sucks. The wife said something about she needed an oil change. Well, if it was going to be the intake gaskets, that wouldn't have been so bad. But then I could have just done the intake gaskets. But finding the 2 loose bolts in the head, and that, I'm glad I'm doing it. But I'll tell you, it's kind of feeling like spring. The furnace hasn't ran much. It's warmed up outside, and I'm back in a t-shirt, and I ain't cold. But then again, I just got done leaning over a truck too, so. I'm babbling. I'm sorry. I'm going to shut up. So, God bless you. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and we'll try and get this thing back together here in the next few days. Take it easy. God bless you.